Welcome to Sharing Life, Changing Lives, a podcast brought to you by the Henderson Church of Christ in Henderson, Tennessee. On this podcast, we explore stories of faith, hope, and love, real-life examples of how God works through his people to make a difference. Join us each week as we share conversations that inspire, encourage, and remind us all of the power of a Christ-centered life.
Hello and welcome to Sharing Life, Changing Lives, the podcast from the Henderson Church of Christ, and Happy New Year. This is the first episode for 2026. My name is Robert Hatfield. That is Bill Wade. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Robert, I'm good. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. You look the same as you did last year.
Isn't that a good thing, too?
We're joined by a very special guest today. Bill, do you know this guy? You want to give him a grand introduction?
Yeah, this is my youngest son. He's also my only son.
Okay. If you're watching the video, Josh made a face. Okay, sorry.
So he's our youngest. This is Josh, and he is currently the youth minister at the 9th Avenue Church of Christ down in Haleyville, Alabama. And he has moved out of the house, which has saddened his mother and I, but we're proud of him.
Oh, that's so nice.
Probably more you than mom.
Wow.
If we're being completely
throw mom
honest.
under the bus. Well, welcome, Josh. Good to have you on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Josh was doing some visiting over the Christmas holiday. Got a little time away from youth ministry things and sat down with us. So thanks for carving out some time here before you head back to Alabama.
Of course.
And we were going to record another day, and you were wearing a much uglier shirt, in my opinion, on that day. So I'm glad we could do it today instead.
Roll Tide.
Sorry. Josh, you grew up in this congregation, right?
I did.
Born and raised the whole entire time.
Yeah. 21 years.
21 years. When you think about growing up here, what like sticks out in your mind? There are no wrong answers to this question. I mean, it could be something silly, it could be something sentimental, but what comes to mind when you think about growing up at the Henderson Church of Christ?
Friends. Lifelong friends, for sure.
Yeah.
The group that I graduated with was a great group. I mean, we were together from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade.
Oh.
There were a few of us that dispersed here and there. We had one named Miller that moved. Where did he move?
Miller's
Montgomery?
gone.
Is that Montgomery?
Yes.
Montgomery, yeah. He was with us kindergarten, first grade, then he moved. But
Oh, wow.
after that, everyone was still together. Joey Butterfield, Mary Grace Bolton, Piper Harris, all us. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
great group.
This past Sunday, our youth group was away at a youth camp, and so I looked out, and in the space where the youth group usually sits, there was you guys sitting in your old spot in the auditorium. That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I gotta admit, nostalgic.
Yeah. How has church changed in your mind from the way you were as a kid or even as a teenager to who you are today? And we'll say that realizing that now you're a youth minister. So not only are you a Christian adult, a faithful Christian at that, and we're grateful for that, but in addition to that, you kind of have a peek behind the curtain, so to speak, because you're involved in ministry and you're planning things for Christians, especially for youth group. So I don't know, realizing that your answer may be influenced by some things that you now know, but nevertheless, what do you think's changed in your perspective of church then and now?
Well, I guess people don't really understand how much goes behind the scenes.
Okay. Stuff doesn't just happen.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in the youth group, I mean, Jared and Dad made it look so easy. I mean, every trip was amazing. I mean, it was fun. It was off the fly sometimes. I mean, but I mean, there was a lot of planning that goes along into those trips, and I'm finding that out firsthand how much I'm having to do. And not only that, I mean, you're a youth minister, but you're also doing more than your actual title. And what you're actually doing, and so you're making a church function together.
Yeah,
and it's not just you're a youth minister, stick to youth.
I've often seen your dad washing out coolers or big containers where hot chocolate or Gatorade or something was made inside of there.
Oh yeah, I mean that and bus maintenance.
The
first week I was there, both of our buses didn't work, and I took the whole first week to get them working.
Okay, cool. This is an unscripted conversation, by the way, everyone, but this is going to be good. Bill, what did you want to ask next?
So, growing up in this church, what are some of the more impactful memories that you have that has kind of kept you grounded as far as who you are?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say all the teachers that taught me is the big one. I remember, she's sitting right out there, Kim Scott.
Mm-hmm.
She taught me for kindergarten. She's been teaching that class ever since, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. She was on this podcast back a few episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the most impactful was my years in the youth group. Everyone that's taught, Scott Rogers, David Sweeney, Dad, Jared Gott, several different people that just came and gone and taught us. Not only that, but giving the opportunity to actually speak and being taught how to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my favorite things. Is my senior retreat, Jared and Dad said, "Hey, do you want to do the devotional at the senior retreat?" And I said, "Of course." And just being taught, not just saying, "Hey, you need to do this," and you just need to figure it out. No, they stepped me through the process of actually making that lesson and actually giving the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of tears after that one.
A lot of tears?
Yeah.
Shed by them or you?
Me. Yeah, me.
Okay. You mentioned some names, and a lot of these names, of course, we're all familiar with all these names, but some of these people like Jared and Miss Kim have been on this podcast already as well, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Are there, who else, besides your parents really, or your grandparents as well, because they're also here, but have also influenced your faith in meaningful ways? I guess I'm highlighting here, this congregation is multi-generational, not just in the people who sit in the pews, but in the way we interact with each other. And so are there people that come to your mind that was like, man, I'm grateful for that person?
Yes, there's a lot of people that come to my mind. I don't want to just call them by name as well.
Because now you're going to leave everybody out.
I know.
Certain people who feel like you're special to them are going to be offended.
I guess the one probably at the top of my list would, I don't really have a list, but David Sweeney would probably be the biggest one for me.
Huh.
David, Jason Deffenbaugh, Soko.
Okay.
Then, of course, you came along about 5 years ago, something like that. And you and Miss Emily have been great to me as well.
Josh is so nice. David Sweeney is one of our youth deacons.
Yes.
We hadn't had him on yet, but we need to. And Jason Deffenbaugh is one of our deacons as well. He works with missions and things like that in a lot of ways. And Soko's our campus minister. So just giving people maybe who aren't familiar a little context of what's going on. Very, very cool.
Are you missing? This is an unfair question, but you've basically gone to two churches consistently in your life. This one, and now 9th Avenue, which is where you're working. Do you miss the Henderson Church, and why?
There is a correct answer to this question. No.
Yes, absolutely. Do I miss Henderson? Yes. I think I miss Henderson because of the responsibilities I don't have, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
When I'm at 9th Avenue, everyone's always looking to you for the answers. I got about 18 kids in the youth group, and they're constantly asking me questions. And sometimes I know the answers, sometimes I don't. And sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed, and I just have to, step back and say, "Hey, come back another time. I'll answer this later." Same thing in the office. Sometimes I just have to close my door and keep myself out. Do I miss Henderson? Absolutely. I still come back and do trips with Henderson all the time. I still have that soft spot for Henderson. I'll do anything that Caleb and Jared ask to an extent. If they ask me to come back, which I do, I enjoy that, just being able to come back and, I guess, reminisce.
Well, I guess the reason I'm asking that is, ministers, I hadn't really thought about this, but, ministers don't really have a home church. You have to go back to your childhood, and that gets tricky for me, being a preacher's kid, there were several childhood homes. But for you grew up here, and even after you were done with high school, you were here for a couple of years working, in Jackson, and then you left. Mm-hmm. So having this as your home church, I'm hoping that the impact that all of the people that are watching this and listening to this, I hope that they can take some ownership in raising, guys like you and others that are kind of in a similar situation, because the church family is not just focused on their own families. It's all of us, and so I'm thankful for that. And I'm sure that other folks at other places would say, well, our church is the greatest.
Yeah.
But here, I really do feel I don't know of anywhere else I would want to be. Mm-hmm. And for you to be raised here in this church and have a solid youth group with lifelong friends, and have the quality of teachers that we have in our education program, and for other mentors to kind of push you in the direction that you're going now, to see you putting all that into practice is really good. So when you come back home, what's your expectation of us?
Oh, wow.
My expectation?
Yeah.
To pick up where we left off, pretty much. Nothing ever changes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to come into a auditorium and feel like a stranger.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm not in the directory. I'm not sitting in a pew all the time. But when I walk back in, I just want to feel like I pick up where I left off.
Welcome home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, that's been that. Every single time I walk back in, they're just like, hey, welcome home. Mm-hmm. And that's what they say, welcome home.
Welcome home, yeah.
So I enjoy that.
It is different once you grow up and move away, and in some cases, some people still see you as the little Josh. What did you put? Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah. We still kind of see. Some people still kind of see you that way. Wasn't that long ago that you were little.
I didn't hit a growth spurt until junior year.
Hit a growth spurt. That's right. I think it's great that congregations can encourage future ministers as well, and I think that's something that every congregation ought to be at least having on our radar. Mm-hmm. What drove you? What drives you toward youth ministry, and what makes it an appealing path for you right now?
I think the thing that made me go into ministry was having the opportunity to give others what I gained.
Okay.
I mean, I'm very biased. We have an amazing youth group. We did. Mm-hmm. I couldn't ask for two better youth ministers to teach me. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but all the stacked youth deacons that there was, and stacked youth elders. I mean,
stacked.
I mean, it was great. Yeah. We were very.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. And not only that, the things that I've been involved with. I mean, working at Maywood for first week, being able to get back there, working for 3 different years at a Christian camp up in Kentucky, giving back to other kids, just buying into what I got, because some kids aren't as blessed as we are here at Henderson. And we got to do everything together. I mean, there was really no limits to the things that we were able to do here at Henderson. And we were able to push those limits sometimes and do even more. And so my goal is to give that to the kids I'm teaching.
That's cool. That brings up something, and I'm glad that I didn't consider that we would get to talk about this today. Church camp. I didn't really grow up doing church camp. Church camp is in like both of y'all's DNA. Yeah. Talk about that. I mean, what makes church camp so special, and why is it so important that in the summertime we prioritize at least a week, and like you gave significant portions of your life builded to church camps back in the day? I mean, it's January. It's not time to think about church camp, but it's always time to think about church camp.
It's always time to think about church camp. I have probably a stack of papers just for Maywood Week 1.
You're just getting ready.
I think the biggest thing about, especially Maywood, now I grew up going to 2 different camps, WKYC in Kentucky, and then, of course, Maywood in Hamilton, Alabama. I think the biggest part about our week at Maywood is, I think this is fair to say, we're the only week out of, I think, 9 weeks that is really a mission field.
Okay.
We are the only week that is open to a community that have local kids that come in that probably have never been a part of a church service at all or have even read the Bible. And I think that's the best part of our week is because we're getting to give them that light. I mean, the Bible says that we are the light of the world, and we're supposed to be able to show people the light.
Yeah.
And that's amazing every single year. I think we're roughly 40-something% was local kids this past year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Bill, how long have you been involved in Week 1 at Maywood?
Week 1, well, I grew up as a kid going to Week 3. But Week 1 probably since 2005.
Wow.
Something in
It's
there.
20 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, there's 3 of us that direct that week. Barry Kerr, who used to live here.
2 doors down.
2 doors down.
And Ryan Gallagher. And, I love everything about church camp. I love Maywood. I love Mid-South, West Kentucky Youth Camp, Indian Creek Youth Camp. If a teenager or a young person is interested in going to camp, I'm interested in helping try to get them there. We have Mid-South here in our back door.
Yeah.
And, I always get questions, why do you go to Maywood? Well, everybody, with the exception of people that live here in Henderson, they go off to camp to Mid-South.
Yeah.
We go 2 miles down the road and we're there. So going to Maywood is we're going off to camp.
Yeah.
Our kids here love Mid-South, and the Henderson Youth Group has the largest representation of any youth group out at Mid-South. So we're not jilting Mid-South at all by going to.
And a lot of our members work at Mid-South as well,
Yeah,
teach
they do.
and counsel and all that.
But we go to Maywood the first week, and like Josh said, there are a lot of local Hamilton, Alabama kids that come our week with the purpose of, quite honestly, some of them probably just want something to do, right? And so we provide scholarships for as many of them as we can. So we raise money through different ways to provide them with a week of camp, and we're exposing them to, and what we tried to do with our staff is we want as many moms and dads that can go together. So the dad would be, in the cabin with the guys, obviously, and moms would be in the cabin with the girls. But we want these kids to see families functioning together, good Christian families out there having fun and studying the Bible and going through Bible classes and things like that. Because quite honestly, there's a lot of kids in the world who do not have moms and dads that are acting right, behaving right, living right.
Yeah.
And so we want to model, a Christ-like home as best we can, even at church camp, because it's so important. So that's why I go.
Yeah.
The quality of kids that come through, the gates of Maywood and Mid-South and West Kentucky. I mean, they're just incredible kids.
Yeah.
They really are. And it's, I want everyone to have fun, right? But I want them to leave camp loving Jesus. And if we have not, and all of us that plan these weeks, if we have not shown them who Jesus is and how wonderful it is to be a Christian, then we haven't done our job. Our job is not to entertain at camp. That's a piece of it. But it's to teach and educate, and the best way to do that is to have high quality staff. And so we take 75 from Henderson, and I'm so thankful for every adult that goes, because they're the kind of people that I want to be around, but they're also the kind of people these kids need to be around.
Yeah. Our elders support church camps as well, in the form of encouraging our young people to go, and even paying for a portion, if not all, in some cases of that, helping people who need that help to go. And that's a really good thing as well. By the way, not just to Mid-South, but also to Maywood. And there's some options for other things as well, especially connected with Freed Hardeman, which is really cool.
Right.
Josh, a lot of what you do at church camp is like fun stuff, right? You're like the fun coordinator.
I am. This is my fourth year that I did it.
Fourth year doing that?
Sure. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember anymore.
Josh. Yeah. Do you share those goals? I mean, I assume you do. You wouldn't say no, but I mean, like, you see this as a ministry as much as it is a way to pass the time or make good memories and things.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point of church camp is like Dad said, was to leave loving Jesus, but not only that, having fun. I mean, you have to have a mixture of both, and it just works. Teaching, having fun. I mean, I like it all.
What else has surprised you as you've gotten on the transitioning from kid to adult, but also from faithful Christian into youth minister kind of role? You mentioned earlier that things just seemed kind of easy when you were the kid, and just kind of going through the youth group. In addition to logistics and things like that, I would imagine there are some real heavy spiritual burdens that you're trying to bear with others, and point them in a good direction. Are there things like that? And I guess I'm thinking about this with a view toward people who are watching or listening, because we're all interested in how can we help our young people, right? And what are their needs? And some of us feel like, well, it's been so long since I've been that. Plus, the world has changed so much since I've been that. What are some things that you're seeing, maybe some differences in some ways your eyes have been opened that can help all of us be better Christians, mentors, influences on our young people?
I try to live by the same policy of meeting where people are at, meeting the people where they're at. You don't have to understand everything that's going on in somebody's life, but you have to understand to an extent of what could possibly be going on. Yeah. And just being a listening ear to them and giving them a little bit of guidance. I think sometimes people just try to figure out all people's problems. You can't. You can't figure out everyone's problems for them. You can guide them and you can direct them and show them. And sometimes they're going to tell you some things that are very heavy and very, like you said, kind of not a burden, but I mean, you're carrying other people's burdens with you on top of your own burdens. And so you just have to meet people where they're at. And help them grow from their issues that are going on.
So that sounds a lot like compassion, listening, not shaming people for the situation that they're in. And a lot of times it's things that are out of their control, especially young people. Yep. I mean, a lot of times they didn't ask for the situations they're in. Yes. And even young people who come from great families still struggle. I mean, it's hard being a teenager. Absolutely. It's just hard work. And you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of times that gets you just as bad as the stuff you do know. So that can be really difficult. Well, I appreciate that you're giving your life to this and blessing the people at 9th Avenue down in Haleyville. And I know that you're a blessing to them. And it sounds like in many ways they're a blessing to you. You speak very highly of them. And I'm thankful for that too. It sort of makes everybody here feel better on days like today when we ship you back to Alabama and tell them, well, y'all can have him for now, but just remember who he belongs to.
I do enjoy getting to come home. I try to come home as much as possible.
So. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Bill, you raised a good son. Raised a good daughter too. She's not here, so we won't. Right. We won't talk about her.
Yeah, Shay and I've been blessed. Yeah. We tried to. We don't, do a lot of bragging. Because that that can set you up. You know, we do know that our kids are just like anybody else. You know, they are susceptible to making mistakes, as are all of us. Mm-hmm. But we are proud. I think one of the things that we always try to teach our kids, and I know other parents do this as well, there's knowing what is right, mm-hmm. and then there's doing what is right. And we stress that. That's not to say that they always did it. Mm-hmm. You know, there are learning curves, and
just shaking his head.
We had several productive chats along the way.
All right. Well, that sounds pleasant.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But, you know, I think, Josh, I am proud of, mm-hmm. of who he is. He's not, as none of us are, mm-hmm. He's not where, you know, he's aiming just yet. Mm-hmm. I'm not either. You know, that's the point of growth. Mm-hmm. We always have to be growing and learning, and so I'm thankful that he is taking steps to continue to learn and get better and improve, and a lot of that is I give credit to the Henderson Church. I do. You know, Shay and I. It is our responsibility, mm-hmm. you know, as his parents to teach him. But we needed a community of people to help. Mm-hmm. And I am so thankful for this church. You know, Josh mentioned Jared. I cannot thank Jared God enough for the impact he's had on both of my kids as their youth minister. Mm-hmm. I will forever be indebted to him for that. I can name folks, and I won't do it for the same reason Josh won't, because somebody will get their feelings hurt, and that's not my intention. Yeah. I just know if that I could be here a while telling of you all the people that have impacted my kids in my life. Mm-hmm. So that's what this church does. Mm-hmm. This is a wonderful group of people.
Sharing life, changing lives.
Yes, we do share lives. But we change lives. And when Shay and I decided to come here to the Henderson Church in 2000, it is one of the best decisions that as a couple we ever made. And we came here because we wanted our children, and Josh was not alive then, we wanted our children to go to church with people that they went to school with, because that is so important. So important to develop and maintain good Christian relationships in every aspect of your life. And I took over here for a second. I just love this church, and if you're looking for a church home, please come visit the Henderson Church. We'd love to see you.
Well, and it just speaks to how we never know how we're impacting other people as well, and why it's so important to invest in others too. Josh, thanks for your time today.
Of course.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for being a part of Sharing Life, Changing Lives.
Thank you for listening to Sharing Life, Changing Lives, a podcast from the Henderson Church of Christ in Henderson, Tennessee. We hope you've been encouraged by today's conversation and inspired to live a life of faith in Christ. You and your family are always welcomed with us at the Henderson Church of Christ. Join us on Sundays at 9 a.m. for Bible classes. We have classes that everyone in the family will enjoy. We meet for worship at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Sundays. Our midweek Bible study takes place each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. We'd love to see you anytime. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who might be blessed by it. To learn more about the Henderson Church of Christ, visit us online at hendersoncoc.com. Until next time, let's keep sharing life and changing lives for His glory.